Number 11, anonymous question. My pastor wants me to obey my husband even when it hurts my mental health, triggers my eating disorder and sleep disorder, or is he right or wrong? He says, die like Christ. Okay, I'm going to be super honest with you. I cannot touch your question with a 10-foot pole. It is like me meddling in complicated matters with a blunt instrument. In principle, yes, every Christian is supposed to die to ourselves like Jesus did. In principle, yes. But you're adding these huge terms here. Mental health, triggers eating disorder or sleep disorder, is he right or wrong? This is way too big of a blanket, because my blanket answer here is going to be either you always do whatever your husband says, even if it causes you harm, or I'm going to give you a no answer and that your pastor's wrong, in which case, anytime that you feel it's not good for you, you don't have to follow what your husband says. And neither of those are a right answer. Like, those are both wrong. This is the blunt instrument. To answer your question, like, as on its face, is to give too blunt of an answer that will definitely push you into one error or another error. This is like, you need counseling, like Christian counseling, who can help you navigate the issues so that you do not become, and here's my advice to you, that you do not become either the person who misunderstands the fullness of God's teaching when it comes to wife submission, where you're just submit to every single demand and every single thing and every single submit, as if the entire command to wives is just submit to your husbands, end of story, no qualifications, no other considerations, nothing else. That would be a mistake. On the other hand, this is very much a modern 2023 thing, and it's affecting women, I think, more than men, to be completely open with you, leading you into a sort of narcissistic, I want to do what I want to do, and I can use, this is a potential error, I'm not saying you're doing this, but it's definitely a potential that you should probably acknowledge, at least some people do, where they use their things like, I have an eating disorder, and so when my husband's like, hey, I think that you should probably do this and not just, you're doing this and that's not right, and you should do this thing and that's good, then I go, well, no, you're triggering me, and everything you turn into a person with lots of very sensitive triggers. This can happen because those become excuses for you to fulfill your lusts and your desires in your own flesh. These are the two extremes. Neither of them is right. I think you need to talk to a Christian leader who can help affirm you when you need to be affirmed and confront you when you need to be confronted, because neither of those is the right answer. That'd be my response. Chances are your yielding to your husband is going to require more submission than you would like, but not a blanket blunt answer either. So there's my honest opinion from this tiny little bit I've read about you. Forgive me for any area. Please forgive me for any area where I was just way off, okay? You had to type a little thing. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I should have wrote it this way, and then he would have understood better, and you're probably right. Like, forgive me. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not judging you. I'm not making decisions about you. I don't know you. Just trying to answer the question to the best of my ability.